Hello and good afternoon, everybody. It's Matt Worth from Worth Marketing, and I'm Matt Worth. So I'd like to start by explaining that here at Worth Marketing, we're always looking for new ways to bring small businesses and startups to the social stage and to perform well. Now, I would like to start by asking you to share this live video by clicking the button at the bottom of this screen. Easy for me to say. Now, before I begin rounding up what's happened in the world of social this week, I want to let you know that until the 1st of December, we are offering 10% on all social media account management services. So if you are looking at your social media, please send an email to inquiries@worthmarketing.uk. Now, during this video, please feel free to ask any questions, starting with hashtag #IsItWorth. So that's hashtag #IsItWorth, or one word hashtag, or comment here in the live video. I will review and answer as many of these as possible at the end of this video. So again, if you could please hit that share button, or also hit the follow button if you want to be notified whenever I am live. Now, at the end of this video, I will give more information about how to access the information found in today's live roundup and where you can see previous episodes of our roundup series. Now, one follower of note that I wanted to give a shout out to, not only just Toby Morgan, who's just tuned in, but also Ollie Coles from Ollie Coles Racing. So let's say a quick shout out to Ollie. Now, last week I mentioned about how Facebook have now released their Snapchat clone with augmented reality lenses. Well, here they are again with their latest acquisition, Facio Metrics. Now, this is basically a startup company that was born out of Carnegie Mellon University, which created an application called Intraface that has the ability to detect 7 different facial emotions. Now, don't go looking for it just yet, because it has actually been removed from the App Store. But Mr. Zuckerberg has announced that he'll be using the technology to enhance the augmented reality lenses I spoke about last week. Now, following the recent revelation that actually the Facebook metrics for video views is not quite as accurate as Facebook would have liked, they have found further bugs that are causing issue reporting. Now, the specific is the 7 and 28 day organic reach count is not actually counting unique users, it's counting a total count. So they're looking at that, but it's another bug which is holding back Facebook. Now, it really has been a busy week for Facebook. On top of their acquisition for Facio Metrics and the metrics issue that they had for video views, they've also been called out as feeding fake news to influence American presidential elections, which I'm sure you've heard about, accidentally suggesting that various users are dead, as well as announcing public chat functionality in 2 countries. Now, the one that's of most note is the fact that they're opening their chatbots to developers. So in Messenger, you can set up preset introductions and also automated responses depending on who's engaged with your page. Now, sorry, hi Dan, nice to see you. So the chatbots have now been opened up to developers to work on behalf of Facebook to develop better chat modules. Now, if you want to find out more, I can give you more details on where to find this information at the end of this video. Now, if you have just joined us, please go ahead and click the share button below. We are reviewing the past week's social media news, which you can catch up on after this live video. Now, if you do have any questions, please feel free to ask them here or tweet us your questions, starting with hashtag #IsItWorth. That's hashtag #IsItWorth. I will try to answer any questions at the end of this video or in the tweet chat following. Again, I want to remind you that until the 1st of December, we are offering 10% off all social media account management services. So if you are looking at your social media, please send an email to inquiries@worthmarketing.uk for a copy of our products and pricing list. We are also offering a free service here at worthmarketing.uk, which I will tell you more about at the end of this video. So moving on to Twitter, Periscope, you might have heard of, is Twitter's own live video service. But if you are an NFL fan, you may well be aware of their TV events. So visible through Apple TV, Fire TV and Xbox One, you can now add Android TV to that list. So you'll be able to see your NFL game, but you'll also be able to see popular live broadcasts, tweets, videos, and some live Periscope streams. Now, Twitter have also been busy looking for new features to integrate into their existing application, and have opted for, well, quite a surprising tactic, and one that you probably wouldn't have thought they would go after. So again, similar to Snapchat, Twitter have now launched the ability to follow a new user via a QR code. So you will now be able to scan directly from the in-app camera, which could be quite useful for marketing materials, flyers, and business cards if the second wave of QR proves popular. So it's definitely worthwhile keeping an eye on that. Now, last week, if you've been following the news, LinkedIn have had a court case in Russia. Now, if you're not aware, LinkedIn has basically it's not been keeping Russian personal data within the country, so it's been breaking local personal data laws. So as such, LinkedIn have been taken to court in Russia and have now been blocked. If you are in Russia, you will not be able to see LinkedIn, at least for the time being, until they can figure out a way of coming to some sort of compromise. Now, moving over to YouTube. So hi, Grace. Welcome to the chat. In YouTube, now I'm a huge tech fan. I have recently invested in an iPhone, a MacBook, iPad. I have completely converted, and I can tell that there are some people that maybe are questioning the change. However, I was really excited. If you are like me, you were really excited with the announcement of the new Apple MacBook. And if you are also like me, you were also disappointed with the availability or the level of advancements that have happened since the last MacBook. So there was one feature, however, that's definitely worth mentioning. And that's the new MacBook has a touch bar at the top of their keyboard. Now, you can use the keyboard touch bar to actively skip YouTube adverts. So when you're waiting to watch the John Lewis advert all over again, you don't have to sit through a number of Waitrose adverts. You can use the touch bar to skip that advert. So I'm not sure how long that will be available. I'm sure YouTube will jump on that fairly quickly, but it's something which I suppose if you have bought it, it's a consolation for the lack of other technology that's incorporated with the new MacBook. Now, Instagram, over the summer, you might have seen that they've introduced stories. And the reason this is worth mentioning this week is it's now 2 months since it was released over the summer, and it's actually been a huge success. And the main reason for this is that if you are a user of Instagram, you'll know this. When you post content, you can't see how many views it's got, how many impressions it's got, how many people are seeing it on a daily or an hourly basis. However, with stories, you can now you can scroll down from the top left button, and you can see how many people have viewed your content, and you can also see which users and in which order these users were seeing your content. So definitely worthwhile if you are looking to use Instagram as a marketing tactic. Have a look at that, because it's definitely worthwhile looking into stories. Now, it's moving over to Snapchat. Now, it does seem as though all of the large major players in the social media world, Facebook, Twitter, are following in the footsteps of Snapchat. So it's always interesting to keep an eye on what Snapchat are doing, although it's not necessarily the best business investment for time or social media, it is definitely worth keeping an eye on to see what might be filtering through in other social media streams moving forward. It's almost like the F1 of the car world. Yeah, from filter lenses and stories, Snapchat in this last couple of weeks have been selling new Snapchat spectacles. So from a vending machine in strategic locations all across the east coast of America, for around $130, they've been selling these Snapchat spectacles. Now, I won't ruin the surprise for you. If you want to have a look, if you want to buy them, if you want to have a look at some YouTube videos, it's definitely worth having a look. Which is definitely something that's going to be of interest. Now, I can't see, so I'm looking at the hashtag is it worth. Please do, if you have any questions, I'll answer some next week. Should that come through. Now, as I mentioned at the beginning of this video, we are offering a free service here at Worth Marketing, where you can access our resource library, so more information about this video and all the content that's happened within this video. You can access that by visiting the link in this video's description, which will be available as soon as I've finished. I'll upload the description, which will have all the links in it. Now, this video will be going onto our YouTube channel. You will also be able to view all the content in our Pinterest boards, which will go live to the public after I've finished this video. And there will also be an audio transcript available for those who want to listen on the move, listen while you're driving, ideally through your car radio, not through headphones. Please be safe. And there's also further resources, contacts on our website. Now, again, until the 1st of December, we are offering 10% on all social media management services. So if you are looking at social media or considering social media, it's the first thing that anybody sees about your business, even before they get to the website. It helps them get to your website. So please do, if you are interested, send me an email, inquiries@worthmarketing.uk, and we'll send you across a product list, a package list, which will detail anything from optimizing your profile right through to strategic and integrated social media approach to support any marketing that you're doing. Now, you can continue asking questions, as I mentioned before, through the hashtag is it worth. That's hashtag is it worth. The link is in the description as well, and you can read more about the various topics on our Pinterest board. All information will be published and accessible from our website under our live tab. So we're always looking at ways of making things better for you, and as part of that, we are offering a marketing workshop from the middle of January, and places are limited. So if you are interested, please send me an email to matt.worth@worthmarketing.uk. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this video, and remember, whatever you do, it just has to be worth marketing.